Hello everybody! Welcome to Agashe Review, where I review movies, dramas that you don't want to waste your time watching. I'll give you a synopsis, shorts review along with my thoughts and opinions, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Now let's go into the review. Hello everybody, Agashe here today. So today I am back with the Chinese drama review. I know the drama has come to an end already, if you guys seen it, but I was kind of pondering if I wanted to watch it or not, and I ended up watching it. I ended up watching the first 4 episodes, and I continue on some spoilers, and I actually spoiled the ending for me, so I'll spoil that for you guys too. But this drama is called A Female Student Arrives at the Imperial College, and so it's a total of 30 episodes, and it's kind of, you guys know, I've been watching a lot of Xiao Lushi drama, or they call her their name is Rosie, and like I really like it. So I actually really like her character in this one, and like she's really tough character in this one, so I actually really do enjoy it. And she has tons of the other dramas coming out, but this is one of them that I actually watched, so I'm gonna go over a cast synopsis, the first 4 episodes, you guys, and someone spoiling the ending for you guys. So as for our cast, we have Xiu Lushi playing Shang-Chi, Su Kai-cheng playing Yang Yu-ji. They have very similar name, like a lot of the other guys. And then Ren Hao playing Zhou Bu-yun, and then An Yu-cheng playing Su Ji-yu, and then Ao Ru Ping as Yang Xiaolang, and Zhang Yu as Song Jianyin, and there's tons of the other scholars because the Imperial College is just for men, so there's tons of other men, and she's the only woman over there. But as for the synopsis, story of the daughter of the General Marshal Shang-Chi, who becomes the first female student at the Imperial College. She wants to fulfill her older brother's wish to study at the Imperial College. On the way, she makes a gamble to make Yang Yuxun the #1 master of the Yang Kingdom, or scholar, to accept her pouch as pretty much like her token of love for the invitation of the Lantern Festival. If she doesn't succeed, she will be replaced to be the musician performance for the festival. Initially, she thought it would be an easy task. However, everything she tries to do fails after numerous attempts and all this stuff like that. She fails, but then, you know, trying to get into the college too, to also make it easier to approach him. The emperor finally accepts her request and enrolls her into the Imperial College. Thus, she meets with her childhood friend Xu Weiyun and other scholar masters who are there, and then she goes through the campus life, becoming the first female student in the history at the Imperial College. So a recap on the first 4 episodes, the drama starts off with Shang-Chi arriving at the city of Beijing, and the first people she encounters Song Jianyin and Yang Yujin, and who she thought he was mute because he didn't talk to her. But he was actually in a carriage and he refused to come out, but then when he heard her name, he came out and gazed at her, and we learned that he actually knows who she is. Shang-Chi meets up with her longtime friend, childhood friend, Zhao Bu-yun at the restaurant, and she's determined to get into the Imperial College as it's a wish by her brother Sang Yu, who's been wanting to study in there, and she will get into it. And so she actually has other plans to getting into the college, and accidentally an incident happened between her and Xiu Jinyin, this other girl. So the 2 girls makes a bet, because apparently Yang Yuji is like one of like the #1 like bachelor or scholar in town, and so they make a bet for the Lantern Time Festival for Shang-Chi. She has to have him accept her pouch, which is like her token of love, and so if not, she will perform in front of everybody as an embarrassment. But if she wins, vice versa, Song Jianyin will be the one to perform. And so Shang-Chi doesn't know who she's agreeing upon, besides this guy is like one of the #1 bachelorette. She learns from her friend that he's one of the most handsome scholar, and there are many scholars in the city, and he's one of the top 4. She meets him at the restaurant, and he overheard the the bet she made during that time in the restaurant too. So he's like, I'm not gonna take your pouch and you're gonna have to work for it. So she now has to work hard for it and all these things like that. And we learn that he's actually the deputy chief of the Imperial College, and Shang-Chi is about to become the first female student at the college. And if she gets in and does well, she pretty much opens the door to all female to future to be able to attend. She goes through all these tests and all these things like that, begging her father to let her go through and everything, and the emperor accepts, and she finally got into it. So she gets to meet tons of other students, and they're all male. They tease her and they all these things like that because she's a woman. And then eventually Yang Xiaolang falls in love with her by mistaking that she offered her pouch to him, and it was a mistake, which she learned it was Yang Yunjing's doing, and his servant mistakenly put the pouch in the wrong desk. So she's like, so she's like, whatever, trying to determine to do all these things like that to get him to accept her pouch before the Lantern Festival. As school continues for her, we learn that there's more to why Shang-Chi is actually at the Imperial College. Her brother is missing, or at this point she thinks is missing, but we can determine that he's dead already. And then but Yang Yuji knows who he is, and they were friends, and Sang Yu refers to his friend to Shang-Chi by the name White. So Shang-Chi is in the city looking for White to help find her brother, but she doesn't know that it is Yang Yuji, and he keeps it a secret from her about Shang Yu that he's currently watching over her. So he does everything to protect her, to watch over her, and we do see that she does get poisoned later on, and he does whatever it takes to save her, and he figures out that it's the same poison that got to her brother and pretty much, I guess, killed him. So it couldn't be detected in food when they detect it. So plus the department of medicine, like some of the books of medicine plants, you mix it together, you cook it together, it creates like poison, they're missing. So this could be leading to combining all these things, and that's why it's not detected in food that it was poison. So but Shang-Chi does recover from the food poisoning, and she now is on the search with Yang Junjing, who is actually behind this, and he continues as he continues to investigate with her side and trying to find out what happened to her brother. Love starts to spark between the two of them. So eventually, as it goes on, they do fall in love. He's in love with her, and she sees a lot of clues here and there leading to her brother, wondering what's going on, and she's like determined to figure out what happens, and obviously, to spoil for you guys, her friend becomes the bad guy. He's actually involved in a lot of bad things, and he's in love with her too, and he gets involved with a lot of bad things, and eventually he ends up being the person who's been like trying to poison her, and he forces her to marry him, but it doesn't. They swap out brides and everything like that, and then she puts it and she fakes her death later on so that it would reveal out that he is the bad guy, and he does come out, but then he loves her so much he kills himself so that she can just move on with her life, so we end up finding out he is the bad guy. He is the person behind everything, her brother's death and all these things like that. And then her and Yang Junxi falls in love. They actually get married at the end, and because she did so well in going to the Imperial College during all these times, women are now accepted. So the new year starts and she's accepted, and she actually graduated, so she's like a scholar now, and her husbands are like still they teach at the school and everything, and they're married now. So that is the ending for it. But it's actually honestly, you think 30 episodes is really long. It's actually really short and straight to the point. So everything goes straight to the point. We go straight to bad guys, we go straight to everything, even the side characters, how Xiaolang likes her, later on he falls in love with another girl. So it goes on and on and on, and there's tons of other scholars, but they focus little things here and there on them. So the story does flow by really quickly, and it focuses on the main three, which is Shang-Chi, her friend, and the main guys. So it focuses on them to the whole plot, why she even go to this college and everything of her brother's death, and pretty much she revealed to us that her longtime friend is actually the bad guy. So it's actually a really good drama. I actually really like it. So I'm actually gonna go in and fill in the spots that I kind of missed, but that is the beginning for 4 episode and spoiling you guys with the ending. But if you guys have not checked it out, do check it out. A female student arrives at the Imperial College. It has already ended to 30 episodes, but it's slowly coming up, and so you guys can go ahead and watch it. It's a really good drama. I like it. I really enjoy the OST, so it's a really good soundtrack for this drama. But yeah, that's it for today's drama review, and I will see you guys next time.